ultimately over 40 minutes probably is a better thing for the Blazers, though.
Jump hook for Royston is short. Lendeborg grabs the rebound.
Yeah, you'll see Royston this too many from that close down. He shoots 58% from the field.
And on the other end, a bucket. Johnson. Che. A little bit of space from the mid-corner. Short.
Yeah, Che had a big Coleman on him, knowing Coleman didn't want to come out on him. He tried to shoot a little mid-jump shot, but I think he rushed himself trying to fool Coleman.
Coleman already has 9 points. Give him 11. When this dude scores more than 50.
Royston, he just snatches everything out. Look at this run out.
Dixon. Little short. Lendeborg races across the timeline. The lob. Oh, and coming down from the rafters is McGee. Misses the free throw, so the game stays deadlocked at 64. Lendeborg in the corner. Johnson raises for three. Nails the triple.
Oh. Gonzaga in the West Coast Conference, and UAB, a top 20 offense in the nation. Good for first in the American Conference.
Again, they do it differently. They're going to run that mid-range game and run most of their offense through Lendeborg.
Christian Coleman. Cameron Tongue. It's been very impressive finding shots against double teams in the paint, but that one a little too strong, and it leads to a three-pointer. Games on the year, 13-5 in the American. Andy Kennedy, 5th year at UAB. They've won 22 or more every single year he's been the head coach. Lendeborg looks like he wants to take over this ball game. Draws a double. Inside, Christian Coleman underneath. Before the last timeout that was changed to a three-pointer during a review at the media timeout. So that is why there's a 4-point lead. Make it a 2-point lead. UAB only about 6.5 minutes.
What a good-looking stroke Stewart has, and it's tough to defend because he's got those long arms. He has that ability to create space even when you're up on him tight.
Tony muscling it in.
Really good games earlier today with the UConn, Florida, and then the Maryland, Colorado State game.
A buzzer beater for the Terps.
Nice to see a buzzer beater. Haven't seen many in this tournament.
I have not. McGee, a straightaway, erased what was a 17-point deficit. Only down by 3.
You got to give them tremendous credit. It looked like they might have just said, let's close the book on the season, and all of a sudden they caught life.
Tie ball game.
Simpson will pop. No good on the 3. Another rebound for Lendeborg. Lendeborg, no look feed. Oh, Christian Coleman.
Performance by Justice Ajaba.
The definition of rim protection tonight. Lendeborg.
Nice.
And Azaguero. Dirty stolen. Reynolds launches. No good. Lendeborg with a rebound. Coleman running the lane.
Good chance they can get it. That time they get it on the first one.
Colby Rogers dribbles into a jumper, and Lendeborg rips down another rebound. 18 points a game and 11 boards for Lendeborg. Johnson for 3. Ephraim Buck. That is a beautiful touch for the Conference Player of the Year.
He's so good, especially when he has space. And that's something Tulane did a nice job of. They had help defenders all around him. When a defender's on an island, you're in big trouble with Haggerty.
Danger on the bench for the time being. Lendeborg matched up with the freshman Harris, looking for another assist, and he gets it on the.
Said you got to be able to go straight at him, and when we can, let's bring another body over, make him feel that pressure.
Well, the easier said than done as he leads the break and gets another assist. Going to butt at Johnson, and now Rogers, quick rise. Danger offensive rebound. Johnson finally corrals it for the Blazers.
Good job getting back by Memphis. This is a UAB team that gets over 15 points a game, 7th in the country in transition.
Coleman steps through, and they're going to get goaltending call.
Well, that's twice now. Jasper Florida has stayed in front of him.
Pinballs in to Coleman, who'll take the feed from Lendeborg for the jam. 8th offensive rebound of this game. Floyd loses it. Lendeborg got to get his feet underneath him.
I mean, that's coast to coast all the way with a healthy Lendeborg.
He finds Coleman, and Coleman is able to.
Opposite wing to the ball side. Design play to run it through the post. UAB fell asleep.
Lendeborg guarded by Wright. Size advantage there. They switch out on him. Now to Tony. He's done it again. Tony. Lorient gives it up. And the 3-ball, no good. Sissoko's tip, no good. McGee finds Lendeborg out in front to Vasquez. And an exclamation point for UAB.
In black already cooking early on. He caught fire yesterday in the second round game. And here he is picking up where he left off.
Tony sets the feet, lets it fly. Both teams coming out ready to get out the way. 4 seconds, 3 on the shot clock. Step back 3. And a strong board from Lendeborg.
Well, that's the defensive versatility of UAB. And they played to their potential. They are a tough team and can get some stops. A really good job on that last possession to sit down.
Coleman, rim run. He is the X factor. UAB. Farrell's 3. Lendeborg, another rebound. Vasquez will go 1-on-2. Look at the strength from the guard from Queens, New York.
From that Rick Barnes tree, he was an assistant for him, played for him at Texas, was a grad assistant, and was recently on his staffs at Tennessee. So they play tough basketball down low, but they're going to have to pick it up to another notch.
We approach 6 minutes to play here in this first half. There's Felton rising up. And McGee skying for the board. Lendeborg, he's calling for it. He's trying to take this thing over. Coleman coming through. Oh! Lendeborg with the ISO again. Skip pass. Moore. 3. Lendeborg, another rebound. But a Johnson, will he make it this time? Yes!
And Lendeborg gives
bucket. Now they dig back in defensively.
a lot of time in this game. They've been able to switch up to this tandem zone. Keep creating some confusion for UAB.
Lendeborg, the assist to Coleman. Assist no play. And he picks up another rebound. That's number 19. In and out dribble. Showing the handles. Vasquez inside, and that is assist number 8.
He is one shy of a career high. Vasquez for McGee. Moore thought about it. Hit 3 first-half triples. UAB 35% from the floor in the second half. Credit this Tulane defense as Moore hits a 4-3.
Open. Ball's moving against his zone early against FAU.
Lendeborg on the offensive glass. Cutting at the rim is McGee. And he gets
off the glass against a shot blocker like Coleman.
Lendeborg. Inside-outside game, and McGee says thank you. UAB has 7 steals on those 9 turnovers.
UAB right here looking to take the lead in the game. If you're Yaxel, this is what you like. One-on-one matchup, no need to pass until you get doubled.
McGee straight on! Number 24 Arizona and Kansas, then Cooper Flag and number 2 second-ranked Duke taking on North Carolina. Lendeborg, nothing but black jerseys, gives it up to McGee off the bounce. That soft touch gets the roll. Lendeborg gives it up. Extra pass, Tony from the wing. And Coleman keeps it alive. UAB content with running clock here, under 4 minutes to play.
And you like to see this right now, especially tournament time, being able to milk the clock, go get what you want offensively. Great, no look pass.
What a pass from Lendeborg.
Had a tremendous first season with the Shockers.
I love a great airborne jump stop, and he just covered about 15 feet on that one.
Lendeborg gives it up, and that's laid in by Coleman.
It's a simple thing, but it's a huge thing, and we've seen him do it twice. Pulling off at 2 feet, balanced, and finishing simple plays. Well done by Washington.
Wichita State back to that early 5-point lead. McGee gives it to Lendeborg. He faces up and finds the open cutter. Christian Coleman corner pass now. Beverly. Washington adjusting. Good defense there by Azuero. Kick wide open in the corner. The three is up and in. That's 5 from the field. A lot of that the credit to Cortez and Washington.
Let's see if UAB can pick on another mismatch.
Azuero setting the screen, not used that time by Moore. Jump stop. Lendeborg passed up the 3 for Vasquez. This man has not missed a spin by Cortez. That free throw made by Ballard into the scoring drought of over 3.5 minutes for the Shockers. Leading ahead. Oh my goodness, Jabari McGee.
Quincy Ballard, look, he can really rebound it. And he's gotten better and better offensively. His skill set has improved, but he really hasn't seen the ball very much tonight.
Averages 11 points a game. He's at 6 after that flush. 5 minutes to go. Blazers with the ball up a dozen. Lendeborg, nice bounce pass, and there's a Azuero.
David, I was a little surprised that didn't go back to Temple. Yet UAB comes up with it.
Temple showing some zone look. Here's Lendeborg on the cut. Kicks in the corner. Tony got it.
We've already seen him being a downhill driver and mid-range player, and he has been off to a great start coming off that career-high performance. He's in his zone right now for Temple.
Lendeborg, short corner. They bring Settle onto him. Now Coleman says, why not? Mid-range.
And Mashburn is a guy that is trying to come back. He came back sparingly a couple games ago, out again, so they're just trying to get him 100%, knowing there's a bigger picture at stake. And if he can come back, boy, is this going to be a team that's way better than their seed in the conference tournament.
Yaxel Lendeborg says, I'll shoot it. They keep it alive again. Here's Tony. He's done it again. Tony from Howard 2 years ago has really blossomed in a great score for this Temple team, giving them 12 a game.
Yeah, just 180 pounds, but he's slithery. Defender couldn't come off. Good drive and read.
He was a 4-star recruit coming out of Brewster Academy. Spent some time in the Pocono Mountains in Pennsylvania. He was the #2 player in the state of PA. Christian Petit coming off the bench. Got 5 points for Temple. Here's Jabari McGee. The veteran UAB team, a lot of experience on this squad. Picked to win the American coming into the season. McGee for 3. Got it. 12-point deficit for Temple. Lendeborg's got another double-double. His 19th of the year. Got by Stanford. Gives it up. Moore back to Lendeborg. 2 to shoot. Contested 3. Good!
Lead it by 1. Tony inside. But a Johnson again. 3 more.
Did about 2 or 3 games last year, and you know, I met Amir's dad. I knew Amir's dad and Sharif's dad very well. He was so proud of both of them. And he always said Amir was more. Yeah, and again, but they have to come down and settle in and be able to make some stops defensively.
Lendeborg, they've got Brown on him for the time being. Up to the top, wide open for 3. It's up, it's good by McGee. No. McGee, offensive rebound, the stick back rolls off. He got it again.
You have to rebound the basketball.
Lendeborg, back out, Johnson, another 3, this was good.
The Pirates go out in front by 2. Vasquez tries to answer and does.
Timing was completely off. You know what kind of touch you have to be able to corral it off of the backboard. And that wasn't just a soft touch off the backboard. That was a beamer.
The lead at 2. Lendeborg. Corner 3 up. That's good. Tony. Riley, pump fake, launches. Can't get to 3. Lendeborg with a loose ball. 3 ball up. That's good.
You jump at that pump fake is because he's such a deadly three-point shooter. 42% on the year. You must find him.
See how they get it to Lendeborg in this set. There he is, top of the key. Looking to distribute. Nice cut by Johnson.
Lendeborg trailing the play.
Oddly enough, North Texas has more fast break points than UAB in this one. That is a stark contrast to the scouting reports. Coleman off the window. See that?
Andy Kennedy really likes to play call in the half court, and rightfully so. He's got some really good sets, put his players in position to be successful.
Lendeborg in the corner. There's the double. And he finds Tony out of it. For Texas.
15 points from last year's win over UAB. UAB returns 40.
And that's the difference, and you can tell UAB this season.
Shadow against Yaxel with the steal. Trying to go around the defender. Nice lead pass. Bucket. Conference record for rebounds last year, did Lendeborg. And he's gotten 2 rebounds in about 15 seconds, one on each end of the courts. And now he's trying to pick up an assist, and he will. 6 points. He averages nearly 12.
And 2 back-to-back buckets for Braswell. Both times moving without the basketball. See Charlotte here show the zone. UAB struggled so much in the first half. He didn't struggle in the paint, though. Bradford able to slide away from him.
Ben Bradford does not want this game to end. He might be shooting when the team's in the locker room and getting on a plane.
I remember being a freshman, and those really good games were few and far between sometimes because you have some up and down moments as a freshman.
That close out. That lane parted like the Red Sea right there. Michael trapped on the baseline, turned it over. Lendeborg, quick head ahead. And Tony converts it this time.
Talking before the game with Coach Kennedy, that last year, this was kind of his coming out party in this arena. He had been playing well, and he just kind of rocketed to a different level and didn't stop till the end of last season.
Tough angle there, but
tough finish right there.
Here's Tyron Moore. Lendeborg rebounds. Moore will try a 3 this time. That one splashes home.
The reason that is happening, Chad, that's intentional by the Blazers. They are going to run him off the line because they have the best shot blockers in the league. Guess what? Go ahead, Keyston. Drive it. At least you're not shooting 3s.
Lendeborg, dump down, bucket, and a foul for
Golden Hurricane. And Tony did a good job playing in the rear view, though.
McGee gonna let that clock wind a little bit. Under 2 to go. Well, it's been a good one at the Reynolds Center tonight.
Good offenses. Give it to that guy. They love that. They love that ISO.
Tried to dump it off and did, and the finish is converted.
Tough shot. They were a little late. Don't get me wrong, a little late, but that was still decent defense. And just, what do I say, Chad? Sometimes shot makers are just better on own than the defense.
71-65 now. 2-possession game. Lendeborg isolated against Isaiah Barnes.
You see how much attention he draws?
And it creates a wide
shot by somebody else, but sometimes a good shot for him. There's way too much room there in the middle of that 2-3 zone. Any zone, the middle is going to be the weak spot. And Memphis is doing a great job of exploiting it. A great pass and finish there by Danger. And when he's on the floor, they're a different team offensively.
It's a thing of beauty. 2 turnovers, 12 assists for Memphis. A breathtaking first 18 minutes.
Azuero from Lendeborg with a rim rocker.
Just burning UAB on all of the switches.
Top of the conference standings, and everything that they want is, of course, still right there. Theirs for the taking.
That's more for three. Yes.
UTSA, if you box out, if you put a body on those guys, you have a chance at getting a rebound.
The Roadrunners are getting killed on the boards. However, they're only down by 6. Lendeborg with the assist. And Spears, by the way, he's at 88%. He's got 9 points, so he's almost automatic. And as well as we thought UAB was playing, they only have a 4-point lead. It was the first 5, 6, 7 minutes. UAB had the pace and controlled the boards, but the Roadrunners and Austin Claunch, they have hung around. Down by 4, Butta, 2 off the. Lendeborg with his 30th career double-double at UAB in what would be a year and a half. And there's one more assist. Again.
And that time, that's lack of communication from UAB defensively. Monsanto coming off of a seemingly non-existent down screen. That time, not even a real screen.
Tony trying to answer and does.
He's so good at that. Protecting the ball, covering it, stepping through, a la James Harden. In transition, Spears is really, really tough to handle. He's at 18 already. He'll get his average here tonight.
Spears from Hartford, Connecticut. Started his career at Duquesne. 1 year at Georgetown. Last year at Florida State. Nice cut. And the bat.
As Coleman picks off the pass. That's the 5th turnover for the Bulls.
Yeah, a couple times now we've seen the Bulls just get lost, leaving their feet, nowhere to go. It leads to a turnover.
Tony has been hot, and he stays there.
Side. I get an opening in the middle of that lane.
Throw it into traffic, and it's taken away by Lendeborg. Johnson for 3, and he hits it. Just a case of work ethic. He's the first guy in, the last guy out in the gym, and it's paying off. Here comes Moore coming back the other way. Open 3, and that was a lot of points being left at the free throw line.
Multiple 0 for 2s from the line from South Florida here tonight, trying to make their comeback. Can't leave points at the line, and a lot of those have come here in the second half.
7 missed free throws for South Florida. Stroud working the defense. Tony off the glass. 22 for Reed.
He can score. He's a walking bucket. Big time move there. The step back on baseline. Got it down to single digits for the first time here in the second half.
9-point margin. 2.5 to go. Lendeborg dishes off to Cole.
It's a starting 5 for UAB. 4 of the 5 returned from last year. Tony, Butta Johnson, Lendeborg, and Christian Coleman. And a great find by Lendeborg to the outs.
They've had like 8 different leading scorers in games.
They have. Exactly 8. Not like 8. I can read. Lendeborg kicks it. Tony hits it for 3.
Good job, Kevin.
Factually accurate. You know, if you're a kid, you don't know the answer on your math test, just write, I don't know. You'll get partial credit. Here's Lendeborg against Carroll. Kicks it out for a little finger roll for Christian Coleman. FAU's really struggled in the last 4. Baba Miller, 6'11", floats it off the rim. Good rebound for Coleman. Ball's floated ahead to McGee. Lendeborg bounces for Coleman.
That leads to a turnover, possibly a pick 6. He's really just got to be more polished at times and understand situations where you need a good possession.
That was the 58th field goal attempt in 14.5 minutes of this game. 3 for Tony, rattles in his second. Corner 3, way too strong. Rebound Carroll. Carroll just throws it up there. Miller with a tip. Lendeborg comes down with it. It's loose. It is Lendeborg's. Here they come, 3-on-1. Vasquez finishes. Lendeborg.
It's a rebirth here at Tulane. Very comfortable. Woods misses that shot. Lendeborg
quickly into the front court.
And Tulane doing a great job of getting back in transition, matching up, not allowing UAB to push the basketball. UAB best team in the country in fast break points.
There's a high percentage shot by
made baskets. Caleb Banks, he's going to attack.
Long three straight away off the mark. Johnson's got a good look, and he buries the three from the left wing.
And it's Bombrot recognizing that he's not going to finish over the top of Yaxel Lendeborg, penetrating, looking to dish to the shooter opposite. Great find.
Lendeborg out to Moore. And ring up another. 2 for 2. Equaled that and then some.
It's a great night for him so far. UAB that time not able to get back in transition. Green able to leak out for the easy one. But you got to love the aggressiveness of the Blazers.
There's another three.
A great footwork in the paint. Had Yaxel Lendeborg bearing down on him from behind. Still able to stay patient.
Oh, nice unselfish play. As Christian
drawn between Yaxel Lendeborg and Christian Coleman.
A steal by Lendeborg. Tony again, yes. Sackett starts working at the Walmart, working as a cashier. Got so tall and big, he started growing, and so they're like, "Oh, we got to get you somewhere else." So he was like he was doing stock work and stocking the shelves. Got stronger, and the story just got better. And there. Did he get some of those accomplished?
Well, I think he got some of them. I don't know if he, he got some bonus points because I don't know that he had factored in all of the three-point field goals from Tony.
No, that's right.
Or also holding Tulane to less than 70 points. We talk about Tulane's ability to score the basketball in
4 straight shots, and they're not going to get one off. Yes, they will. Yeah, draws iron, and the rebound comes down to UAB. Here's Lendeborg.
Great pass.
Draws the attention, and McGee pays off the onside. Michael finishes through Coleman, who looks dejected after 28 seconds of defense.
Joe, great call. Finishing through is the exact way to describe that. Schmeichel, only a freshman, but strong to the rim.
Kick to Yaxel. Nice no-look. Free throw jumper drops down.
They can make money, a lot of money in the NBA.
Willis, there's the 3-look. Around and out. Rebound Coleman. UAB so good in transition. Best fast break team in the country. Lendeborg underneath. Yes. Give the assist.
They walked out of the super pit heads down and dejected. They've responded today. They've done what a championship level team should do. Take it out on the next team.
Lendeborg an assist.
So that tells you tons of players are scoring off the dribble, looking to create their own shots versus ball movement. And that's great when it works, but it's very difficult when a team such as UAB, who has such good defenders at every spot.
Also, when you fall behind, that'll hurt. Coleman with the emphatic dunk for Coleman. McGee, the 3. And Lendeborg, offensive rebound. Coleman, long two, swish.
Points per game, you've got to give yourself time to make a run if you need to. So some quicker opportunities may be available if they're looking for them.
Vasquez with the steal. Change of possession, corner three, but a so wish.
I like Brass, a nice touch. Confident guys you mentioned. Very experienced, brave. Played a lot of different places.
Yaxel gives up a shot. Moore, a three ball.
Just elected to continue to fight and play. 2 consecutive threes. He will definitely grab some Blazers' attention on the next defensive possession. That's the shot A.J. Vasquez has to take initially. Comes off the ball screen. He's wide open. He has to shoot it.
That was a huge key for me for these last 3 years.
And what a time to lead a WNBA team. Last question for you. You now get to coach one of the most popular players in Angel Reese. What's it been like working with her?
She's been great. She's been great. We've talked a little bit over the phone.
0-3 outside of Huntsville. And, by the way, you mentioned Butta Johnson. That's a homecoming for him. A rise and shoot. Yaxel Lendeborg is here. Coleman. Almost everything has gone his way.
And Alabama A&M, they have not done a good job tonight boxing out. We saw Yak shot attempt around the rim.
9 to shoot. Butta Johnson, who had checked in, finds Coleman. Lendeborg. McGee. Wing shot, 3. Bingo.
Putting some pressure on Arkansas State in the half court with the zone trap. And Arkansas State, very defensive-minded team, has not done a great job of applying ball pressure.
Oh, Butta Johnson off dunk. Terrian Todd. Now UAB follows with a dunk. That foul picked up by Isaiah Nelson is his 3rd, by the way. UAB with numbers, 2-on-1. Petway.
Time Petway catching Tony sleeping, and Tony was actually in pretty good position to challenge. I think Petway surprised him when he loaded up so quickly to take some of the responsibility of being the best player, and I think he can. I know he will. And for Andy Kennedy, he has to. He's thinking a little bit, and when you're thinking, you're not reacting. He's too good of an athlete not to react properly.
Jabari McGee.
The pump fake.
Lead down to 7. Tony gets contact.
Playing for. They have every opportunity to continue to play, to extend the history and build on the tradition that's already there before them.
He was an assistant coach as Aguero with the 10 to shoot, little fade away. Lendeborg feeds Moore for 3. Got it.
Runs by each team. Who's going to blink first?
Lendeborg gets a defender up in the air. Vasquez now for 3. And it is.
But Illinois State does not have a lot of depth inside. Their 7-footer Lieb is out with an injury.
Johnson going to work. Here's the kick out to McGee. McGee can get downhill, and he scores. Goes right.
Well, now you got a chance. Can you build upon those things that you struggled with yesterday?
Banks left it short. In the corner, Tony launches the 3, and it's good.
Lendeborg.
There's Poindexter from the top of the key. Coleman on the run, dumps it off. Aguero, good for.
You got a chance. If you can win this one, get in that 4th place game on Monday, a chance to get 2 wins in a tournament that's really competitive.
Deep 3. You learn to kind of execute a game plan.
We talk about stacking great days of basketball, stacking practices, just getting better and better every day and growing each day. This is a really good challenge for Illinois State.
Vasquez
60% from the field, and they've got those 4 triples to spread out the defense.
4 different Blazers have all made a 3 so far as well. Vasquez is one. 2-point lead for Illinois State. UAB trying to tie or take the lead. That's a 3.
It's able to draw the offensive charge foul.
Lendeborg comes up with a loose basketball.
Costly turnover. See if they can take advantage.
Johnson looking for the tie.
Yeah, Butters in rhythm.
80 Allwood with a 6-point advantage over UAB. The Blazers taking a timeout after the foul on Luke and come out of the break. Moore launches the 3 and UAB hits their...
Trying to score first. Too hard, rebounded by Coleman. Up to Lendeborg, and then right back to McGee for 2.
Game, but just could not find the outside shooting early.
Lendeborg pushes it up to McGee. McGee's got to wait for some help. No look pass, and then Butter finishes. Give Auburn Montgomery the lead.
And Crowley, he's aggressive right there, driving baseline. No UAB within 2 feet of the help side position.
As Aguero checks in. Oh my goodness, that counts.
Well, Crowley, he's aggressive and he's not turning down opportunities to score the basketball. He recognizes that Youngblood is not here tonight, and he's going to have to do a little more offensively to help keep this close.
As Aguero with the
basketball and score the basketball. He's a much better passer this season, and of course playing the passing lanes as we see there.
And he's a thief.
Hamilton on a jab. Drive to the cup and lost the handle. Lendeborg leading the break. Kicks it far corner. 3-pointer on the way and in.
Excellent, Rick.
Beat him off the dribble.
Coleman trying to beat Toots. Coleman grabs his own miss. Here we go, Lendeborg. McGee for 3. Got it! But he pushed it right to Robery, who scores his first 2 points.
That time, one of the few rebounds that Yaxel Lendeborg not able to corral. Wasn't a ton of Lions in his vicinity.
Reverse as Aguero.
Able to knock in the 3. We saw him start to stretch the floor a little bit at the end of last season. Opening games, he took a pretty good amount of threes, a couple of threes against Vermont, as well as Southern Miss.
And the board, kick out. Tony for 3. Bingo!
And force Hines into your chest.
1-and-1, he misses, and Coleman.
Blazers very fortunate to come up with the defensive rebound there.
Gordon with the layup. So Greg, rip and a grip, but no steal. McGee at least slowed things down. Here's Gordon having a big game.
UAB didn't have a ton of clean open looks, but couldn't find a way to make any. Hopefully tonight will be a little different.
There is a steal for Lendeborg. Up ahead for the slam. Great start.
The 58th meeting between the two programs. They've actually met 29 times here in Birmingham. But yeah, if you guys remember, Southern Miss beat UAB December 1st of last year. In little halftime adjustments, I guess you could say.
We saw that conversation, and now we see yet another turnover. Yaxel Lendeborg, Tyron Moore, his 3 is...
Finding him on the weak side of that zone defense.
Down to 14, the UAB lead, and the Southern Miss bench. Some fans and support that have traveled from Hattiesburg. Make some noise behind the Golden Eagles bench.
Well, at some point when you play poorly or not as well as you should have played or expected to play, you have to continue playing. Not so.
And he makes it a 15-point game.
You know, no one's blocked Christian Coleman.
Oh, Coleman blocks Watson. Up ahead. Showtime for Vasquez.
Going out west, having a tough West Coast road swing. It does that.
Yeah, you get off the plane. Hey, we're not in Hattiesburg anymore. Hope they have their jackets packed.
So they take a coat.
What a fun trip that'll be for this team as they come together. UAB, they have come together in a big